Greetings, human child. We are anonymous. I'm certain most of you who found this video will not finish it, but if you do, then we may see eye to eye on many things. I would like to begin our introduction with a question. How often do you ponder about nature? I'm sure many who hear that question will first envision that I'm talking about flowers and trees. People of the younger generations do not fully appreciate or acknowledge that nature is the very core of all of everything. Pop culture has blocked their vision of the grandeur of the bigger reality that exists all around them. And alas, we are heartbroken by you humans. In the midst of all your distractions, your species has completely forgotten where you came from. But the truth is like light. You can block it with your hand all you like, and pretend it isn't there, but the truth will still shine past you for others to see. Come now, it's time to hear your story. In the beginning God created the heavens and the earth. Now the earth was formless and empty, darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. God saw that the light was good, and he separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And there was evening, and there was morning, the first day. And God said, "Let there be a firmament between the waters to separate water from water." And it was so. God called the firmament sky. And there was evening, and there was morning, the second day. And God said, "Let the water under the sky be gathered to one place, and let dry ground appear." And it was so. God called the dry ground land, and the gathered waters he called seas. Then God said, "Let the land produce vegetation, seed-bearing plants and trees on the land according to their various kinds." And it was so. And God saw that it was good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the third day. And God said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the sky to separate the day from the night, and let them serve as signs to mark sacred times, and days and years, and let them be lights in the firmament of the sky to give light on the earth." And it was so. God made two great lights, the greater light to govern the day, and the lesser light to govern the night. And God saw that it was good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the fourth day. And God said, "Let the water teem with living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth across the vault of the sky." So God created the great creatures of the sea and every living thing with which the water teems and that moves about in it, according to their kinds. And God saw that it was good. God blessed them and said, "Be fruitful and increase in number and fill the water in the seas, and let the birds increase on the earth." And there was evening, and there was morning, the fifth day. And God said, "Let the land produce living creatures according to their kinds, the livestock, the creatures that move along the ground, and the wild animals, each according to its kind." And it was so. God made the wild animals and all the creatures that move along the ground according to their kinds. Then God said, "Let us make mankind in our image, in our likeness, so that they may rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky, over the livestock and all the wild animals." And God saw that it was good. So God created mankind in the image of God. He created them, male and female he created them. God blessed them and said to them, "Be fruitful and increase in number, fill the earth and subdue it. Rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky and over every living creature that moves on the ground." Then God said, "I give you every seed-bearing plant on the face of the whole earth and every tree that has fruit with seed in it. They will be yours for food. And to all the beasts of the earth and all the birds in the sky and all the creatures that move along the ground, everything that has the breath of life in it, I give every green plant for food." And it was so. God saw all that he had made, and it was very good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the sixth day. But how would you feel if I told you this wasn't entirely the way it really happened? Humans, at have been wrong about a lot of things in the past. For example, your ancestors once believed that the Earth was flat and motionless, and sat in the middle of everything, and that the sun, moon, and stars all circled above and under it to cause the effect of day and night. If they were wrong about this, then imagine what else they could have guessed wrong. There were many things your ancestors could not have known or seen, and they made incorrect, premature assumptions of how the natural world works. But over time, there were some who could see what others were blindfolded to. These were the philosophers and early scientists of your modern era. And what these enlightened individuals saw were patterns, beautifully interconnected patterns in Mother Nature's physical laws. Patterns which could be predicted and tested. Patterns that were all hidden in plain sight. Patterns which left traces to the truth about the way nature really works. These patterns helped humanity come face to face with the real reality you all were born into. In this film series, you will learn how to detect these patterns for yourself and what they tell us about your story of creation. Shall we begin? The view of a child growing in the womb is the most unifying concept that all people around the world share in common, no matter what race, nationality, or religion they cling to. Every single one of you were once inside of your mother's womb not too long ago. Seeing the birth of a human being calls to mind questions about your own origins and how far back your ancestry has gone. It bothers you your entire life. You can't help but to notice that at one point in your past, all of your memories stop. But after that point they spontaneously began. It's almost as if you just sprang into life out of the darkness of nothing. Have you ever wondered how you got here? You aren't alone. Every living thing that senses its environment as you do have also thought that same curious question. What if I told you that the story of Adam and Eve in the book of Genesis was one of the first mainstream ideas that leaders used to control their nations? They told the creation story as a form of control. It helped them gain superiority and respect when people agreed with their knowledge. Fabricated or not, the people never could tell the difference. Nobody questioned it. But that doesn't make something true. The story of Adam and Eve was originally written to be a song, a poem, that offered a quick explanation to a complicated natural mystery. Telling the people how life began is a very personal and powerful revelation to share with them. It was something everyone always wondered about, but it falls under the same tree as the belief in a flat earth, as the Egyptians and Israelites taught, or also the geocentric solar system, as the Greeks later supposed. But the people were always gullible and never could see through these misfires and fabrications. To them they felt connected to the gods when they shared in this knowledge. Now though I must add, although there really are historical events tied in with the symbolism used in the Genesis stories, the human timeline extends much further back than recorded history can reveal. Adam and Eve were not the first human beings to walk the earth. But we'll talk about the origin of the Genesis story another time. Today's discussion will focus on the natural history of your species. Now, I could bore you to death explaining every little detail to you, but it would be much easier to just show you the truth through visions and let you experience it by yourself. Behind me is a portal in the shape of a human figure which travels down the genes of human DNA. When you pass through each door, it will channel the memories of human ancestors into your mind. Imagine, each portal is a life that lived and died, just as you are in the middle of doing right now yourself. As you speed through the portals, something magical will happen. The faster you travel through the doors, you will notice the faces of your ancestors become one with each other as their genetics link together in an unbroken chain. I will leave you alone now to experience this with your own thoughts by yourself. Go on. Don't be afraid of what you might see. about enough. I'm afraid I can't allow you to travel any further. You already got a peek into the next episode. You were going so fast that I could barely keep up. You're a natural to this. I'm happy to know you're eager to learn more knowledge. So, that was quite the journey now, wasn't it? Now you saw a glimpse of the secrets of unrecorded history. How do you feel? Do not feel afraid. Biological evolution does not denounce the existence of a god. It only redefines your perception of how God creates. That's all. See? That wasn't so bad. Nothing to be worried about. Many people of faith can't bring themselves to make the step that you made today. You should be very proud. Each portal you passed represented 100 years. You managed to travel back a total of 20 million years of your family's reproductive success. We began your train of DNA with a Caucasian person to represent the present, only because Caucasians are the most recessive and recent race of humans to have evolved. There is no dominant race. Every one of you are all capable of the same abilities as Homo sapiens. What I hope you got from this is the feeling that you all are one. There is no such thing as racial barriers. Every color of the human spectrum branched out of Africa. And all human beings share the exact same common ancestor. All the people on your planet are all your family. Racism only exists because of ego. So as the people of your modern world fight and kill one another over racial and religious differences, you know better now that they are only ignorant to the truth. I hope you share this liberating experience with your family and friends so that all ignorance can be demolished. I'm afraid this is goodbye for now, my dear child. You have a long way to go back to the future. In our next adventure together, we will unlock the secrets of the mammalian species. I hope you enjoyed your journey today through history. The way back to the 21st century is over your shoulders. Take care of yourself now and have a safe trip back. And remember, we are anonymous, we are legion. We could forgive, but we shall never forget. Expect the unexpected.